everyone, and welcome back to Jesse Hecht Creative. Today we're going over Black Panther Klaw Shuri Black Panther and Hatut Zeraze from Marvel Legends. Before we begin, make sure to hit that like button and smash that subscribe button. Now let's get to it. So here's Black Panther. This Black Panther looks wonderful. I really like the whole body itself, along with the head sculpt is really nice too. That cape is pretty cool. I probably won't use it after this review, I'll just take it off. But it's a nice little touch and looks really super cool. That's very nice. The head sculpt is really good. It has some nice lines on it that just look awesome. The ears look particularly pointy. Again, I get a Batman vibe from this guy. I'm sorry, I'm not sure why. It's the pointy ears probably. We get a nice silver on the inside of his eyes that look really good. The cape is interesting. It kind of wraps around with this black rope going around towards the body, going all the way back. And the cape itself is very nice, very glossy on the inside, very matte on the outside. And that's super cool. It's a nice little cape piece. Going down, we do have his belt over here. We have some claws that look really cool and neat. And on his legs, we have some gray with these little sort of just toe sock things that look really cool. They're all striped. I do wish they were kind of painted down, but I kind of get that. I guess they're using a new body mold for this or something, or new parts, and they don't want to spend the tooling for the paint. But he looks really nice. Otherwise, very, very good-looking figure and super cool. As far as accessories goes, he comes with these clawed hands you've seen before. You can swivel and then hinge back and forward very easily. They look really cool. They got stripes on the back, and then on the front, it's just flat. He also comes with these fists that are the same kind of way. Take note, their claws are there, and they look really cool. He also has the stripes on the front of the fist, very nice detail there. As far as articulation goes for Black Panther, the head can go side to side, get some pivot in there, back kind of far, forward, pretty okay. You do get a up this far, down this far. You can go all the way around on that. You do get a butterfly joint that goes okay back and then okay forward. You can mod it by taking out this shoulder piece, but I wouldn't recommend it as it does keep the arm actually inside the body. A lot of people were doing that, and I just want to give my take on that. You get a swivel right over here. You get double jointed pinless elbow right there. Looks really nice. You also get a back this far. Very nice with a little hole over here. Forward this far. Really nice on that. You do get a swivel and a free-floating belt. You can position it however you like. You do get out this far, in, up this far, back. Pretty nice. All the way back with the double-jointed knee. That is pretty good. Works out fine, I would guess. You get a swivel up here, swivel down there, down, and then up, and then pivot very nicely with two peg holes at the bottom of the feet. Really good-looking figure. It's super cool. I'm definitely going to take the cape off, though, as I don't really need it, and I don't really use it that much. Maybe I'll give it to somebody else, maybe not, but this is a really good Black Panther figure that I definitely recommend you pick up. Black Panther stands at just over 6 inches tall next to Jesse Hecht Creative. See you later, Black Panther. I'm gonna go haunt an opera. Next up is Klaw. The head sculpt looks kind of goofy. It's really weird looking. I don't know if I like it or not. It's very, whatever decade this is from, 50s, 60s, 70s maybe? The eyes are really piercing and weird, very unnerving. The skin is a bright pink. There is a Magneto feeling to this kind of thing, where that helmet he wears, yeah, it's like that. The ears have purple on them. There's a purple stripe going all the way to the back. Has a little magnet-looking thing, I guess. His whole thing is sound waves and sort of like that kind of thing. So yeah, he attacks with sound waves. Pretty interesting. You get some nice-looking, like, you know, little lines, I would guess, on his face. I don't really know what this is meant to be. His teeth are silver for some reason, I guess. I'm not exactly sure. I think I'm spending way too much time into his head, but it's honestly the only notable part about him except for this arm. Looks like a satellite dish kind of thing. You know, it's interesting. It has little weird, like, rivets coming out of it, I guess. Not rivets, but little just parts, like it's broken apart. A little antenna coming out, a little laser blast. Very 1950s. A lot of swirly twirly plastic for this. And we've seen this body before, I believe. It's kind of just plain and red with a little bit of black and a little bit of purple. You get a nice looking figure that doesn't really do that much. It just has a very retro futuristic vibe to him. It's really weird. As far as accessories goes, he comes with this pink blast effect. I'm not sure why it's pink, but it adds even more strangeness to the character and sort of otherworldly kind of stuff. This effect we've seen before. I'm really not sure if I like the bubbles or not. They kind of take away from the sonic sound effect they would be implying with this. And I think that should be silver, this effect, or at least some other kind of color to convey a sound wave. As far as articulation goes for Klaw, the head can go back this far really nicely, forward this far pretty well. You get a swivel and then some pivot for nice attitude if you'd like. You also can go up this far, down, all the way around. You get a swivel right over here. Double joint elbow. You can rotate this little dish over here pretty nicely. The hand can swivel and then go forward and back. You also get back crunch and forward crunch, pretty okay. You get a swivel right over here, very clicky. You get out this far, in this far, up this far, back this far, pretty okay. Double jointed knee, very nicely done. Swivel, and then down, up, and then pivot with 2 peg holes at the bottom of the feet. Pretty interesting figure. I don't really know what to say. It's just super weird, and if you're a fan of this guy, I would go for it. He's a really strange dude. Klaw stands at about just under 6 inches tall or so next to Jesse Hecht Creative. Some nice peaceful pink noise to help me sleep and chase the tinnitus away. Thanks, Klaw. Hello everyone, and thank you so much for watching so far. Make sure to click like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. You can also click the bell icon for more creativity. Now let's get back to it. So here's Shuri Black Panther. Shuri came in a 2-pack with Klaw. I thought I'd split the reviews up with the break, and she's a really nice figure actually. I really like how this looks. The paint on her is very nicely done on these arms and hands. It's really cool with those stripes. On the legs, it's cool also. Looks really good. You may notice that her feet are sticking out from the leg itself, and that's an issue with balance, so just be careful with that. But there's also an issue that we'll go over a little bit later on. Very nice body mold. It's all black. We have this brown belt that was repurposed from the X-Men. And this gold chain, I think, is brand new for the figure at least. The head sculpt is also brand new and looks really nice. The hands, I believe, are brand new sculpts. And it all comes together very well to make Shuri. Really nice looking. Very, very good. Shuri comes with a staff that's pretty cool. It does have some paint issues on here, though. Kind of a shame leaving it in the accessory box for too long. It does add a little bit of texture, though, and character to it, so I'll keep it. The gold tip staff is very nice. The red is very striking and super cool. The gold over here, the beads are really awesome, and the woodenness of the staff is really nice. It's textured very, very well. It also pops, adding a different color to the figure. Really nice looking. I like this a lot, even though it's a reuse. Shuri also comes with a cape that's really cool. I believe it's a reuse from a different figure. I think Lady Loki from a while ago. Very nice looking though. Really cool. Super awesome. I love the fur on the top is really nice. The purple is really, really well done. I love purple. It's just awesome. Looks very regal on her and super cool and fits incredibly well actually. Yep, that's a cape. As far as articulation goes for Shuri, the head can go back this far very nicely, forward this far really well. Get some swivel and then some pivot for attitude. This is free floating. Have fun with that. You can go up really nicely far with this, down all the way around. You get a swivel over here and then a single joint elbow that goes a little bit past 90 very nicely. A swivel right over here. A roll of the dice hinge over here. Very nicely done for that. On the other side, we get a same hinge. Oh, I wasn't aware of that. Pretty cool, though. Same roll of the dice hinge. I wish it was up and down so she could slash. These claws are pretty cool. I think it's meant to hold the staff, though. Interesting. We do get a swivel over here at the chest and the back and forward, and then rock her to the side. Nothing for the waist, except for this belt that can move up and down. It's free floating, just like the necklace. Have fun with both of those. You get out this far, in this far, up this far, back. It's okay. There is a big seam line on this for some reason. You do get a swivel up here and a double jointed knee that is just okay. This side, just okay. It's the same. The knees are kind of wonky. They want to kind of double joint on you. It's kind of weird and doesn't really work as well as it probably should. You get nothing down here for the swivel. The paint's really nice, though, I gotta say. You get down and then up. Very crackly and weird. You can kind of pivot it, sort of. It doesn't want to go back the other way. Let's try this one. It doesn't really want to move at all that much. So the ankles are a major point of contention with this figure. They kind of want to break all the time and don't really seat correctly into the feet. That's a shame because this figure looks nice otherwise. You do get 2 pegals at the bottom of the feet. Yeah, really nice looking figure. Just a shame she can't really stand. She wants to fall forward all the time, and I have a hard time trying to figure out how to make her stand in an effective way. You have to really finagle her joints a lot. And she has very small feet too, so it's kind of a losing battle you're fighting. Especially with the falling forward, falling back. It doesn't really want to work, and yeah, it's just a shame. Somehow I did it. I'm going to try to put this on to see if that functions still. Now you get some back, and then yeah, this actually works pretty well. Good. Stay. Shuri stands at roughly 6 inches tall or a little bit under next to Jesse Hecht Creative. And now that I am in possession of both capes, I am now both Black Panthers! But seriously though, I think I have Capemania. And finally, the often mispronounced Hatut Zeraze. I'm going to be really upfront about not caring about this character and just calling it White Wolf or the White Panther or something like that. It is a reused body mold, and I do like the new additions of the bluish silver parts. They look kind of cool, but this figure doesn't do that much for me. It's just weird fodder for me, I guess. I mean, I know it's an army builder, but I have no connection to this guy. It's just a reused body mold, a couple new pieces, new head, I think, slapped together. Kind of like a cat. Kind of like a cat head with big eyes. Pretty nice and pretty interesting, I think, in that regard. But I think this is the Grim Reaper body mold, and we all know what happens with that body mold, so that's kind of a shame for this. And yeah, I have nothing else to say about this. It's just a character I used to get the Build-A-Figure piece from. Well done, Hasbro. You win. As far as accessories goes, he comes with 2 fists you can swivel and then hinge back and forth. They're just regular normal fists, sadly. 2 claw hands that are marginally better than the fists they can swivel and then hinge. Very flimsy things. They're kind of weird, and I don't know if I like them or not, actually. They're marginally better than fists, though. Something, at least, of a pose. He also comes with 2 of these you can use to defeat enemies and stuff. And yeah, they're just normal parts that we've seen a lot before. His trigger fingers are pretty okay, too. They do swivel forward and back, and then forward and back for both, which is nice. At least they're keeping track of that. But yeah, it's very generic, as is with everything else on this figure. As far as articulation goes, the head can go back this far, forward this far, swivel all the way around. Some nice pivot there, actually. Pretty good on the ball joint. We do get the Grim Reaper body mold, so you have to push down and then out, or up at least, and then down, and then out, and then around. And you get a swivel right over here with a double joint elbow that's kind of okay, very gummy. It's really weird. You do get back this far, forward this far, swivel right over here. Splits, it's okay, I guess. Up this far, back, all the way back. Yeah, that's weird. You swivel over here, you get no swivel down here, and down and up, and then pivot with 2 pegals at the bottom of the feet. Yeah, weird figure, a couple okay parts, but as a whole is not really as good as you'd think it would be. Best for an army builder background character. Hatut Zeraze stands at about 6 inches taller, so maybe a little bit higher because of his ears. He looks kind of nice, I guess, with all that white and a little bit of blue. It's fine, I guess. And also his Jesse Hecht Creative. Oreos, baby! Overall, these figures range from downright great to downright bad. Black Panther is really good. I like his figure a lot. It is a nice update to the previous Black Panthers we've had. The cape I don't think I really need, but everything else is really solid. The pinless tech is going out really well, and I can't wait to see what other Black Panthers they make in the future, but I don't think they're going to really improve on this guy. Claw is pretty cool. He could use an update. I do find him to have a nice 1950s-60s aesthetic that is kind of quirky and weird. The head is strange, the gun arm is strange, and the effect is a weird color, along with those weird pants. Give him a really strange oddball villain feel that really captures the time period he came from. Shuri really isn't that great. I do like her accessories such as the cape, necklace, and spear, yet the rest of her falls flat. I do like those wrappings around her arms and legs, but her legs are the worst part about her, as she can't really stand at all, and that's a shame because she deserves a better figure. Hopefully they'll make one in the future. Hatut Zeraze isn't that great a figure at all. He is a glorified parts pack and a customizer's dream. He is just okay as far as everything's concerned, And even though he can be an army builder, he isn't my army builder. I'm probably going to sell him off once I'm done with this review, and I don't really need him in my collection. These figures themselves are nice. In a team, they could work, maybe even army building. But one thing is for sure, that this isn't the last we'll see of Black Panther, as there's probably a third movie over the horizon and more comic book Black Panther figures to come. Thank you so much for watching Jesse Hecht Creative. Feel free to click like, subscribe, share, or leave a comment. You can also visit us at jessehechtcreative.com, where you'll find more reviews like this one. Thanks again for watching and keep being creative. Stay tuned!